Good morning, everyone. Friday at City Hall is the time I come to you with information about what has gone on in the week that's passed and give you some information of what we anticipate to expect in the week to come. You may have seen all throughout the various media outlets here in Western New York that this past Wednesday we marked the 10th anniversary of Nick Willens' historic walk over the falls. On that day, Nick came to town for some special celebrations, and we started the day with Nick and I speaking to some local television stations out of Terrapin Point about the moment, and sort of thinking back and looking back on just how exceptional it was, and the fact that the city of Niagara Falls, which is already, as I've said over and over again, in the hearts and minds of people all around the world, really had the eyes of the world on us during that event. And so it was a pleasure to host Nick this past Wednesday. He actually brought to me a piece of the wire that he walked on 10 years ago. And I must tell you that while it was heavy, what was curious to me is that as heavy as it still had to hold him across that massive expanse with all of the other environmental challenges. So it just brought right to my mind just how incredible that whole experience was. So it was great to have him here. Later in the day, we held a special ceremony on Old Fall Street where we unveiled a surprise even to Nick. What we are going to have is what we are calling a sculpture in the sky. The sculpture in the sky will commemorate Nick's walk across the falls. It'll feature a life-size statue of Nick as he walked over the falls, bar in hand, and the rope over which will go over Old Fall Street is actually a portion, again, of the rope that he walked on 10 years ago. He will be carrying his balance rod in the sculpture, and he'll be pointing down at the crowd as he was approaching the other side of the falls. So, we're excited about it. We think that it will be another opportunity for locals and tourists to enjoy this little piece of art that commemorates a very special moment in the history of the city of Niagara Falls. You may have noticed that repaving season has started. We are continuing to provide information to the community on the several local streets that will be getting attention in this first round of road work during the summer. I realize that there are many folks who, as they drive by and see this road work going on, wondering, what about this road or that road? Not to worry, we probably have a second and perhaps even a third phase of roads that we will be announcing. And while we probably won't get to every road that needs attention, we do, because of funding sources and the way in which we are required to plan out road paving. We're going to try to get to the ones that are most eligible and most in need, but we continue to send our crews out as well, taking care of road repair. Whether it's potholes or even larger spots where we have to carve out a piece of the road and then replace it. So we will be out there working on streets all throughout the summer and making sure that as best we can improve many of our roads, again, before the winter comes. As we provide information to you, please remember that you have to move your cars off the street by 7 a.m. if you are in one of the areas where we're going to be doing a full repaving. And if it's not moved, we will have no other choice but to tow it out of the area at your expense. So please be attentive to the postings that go out on the roadways. Be attentive to the posting that's done both on our social media, and if you are a participant in city alerts, the text message that you will receive about it as well. So all of those things are designed to get you as much information as possible so that when these things happen, you're prepared. And speaking about our text alert, if you are signed up for text alert programs, you're receiving notifications about the road work. You're receiving notifications about a variety of other things that are happening. And these text alerts are a quick and easy way for us to get information to you. The program is free, costs you nothing to participate. The city is not collecting data. It is simply an information source to you, the resident. So to do that, you have to text the word resident to 716-325-5723. 716-325-5723, or 716-FALLS-23. Text the word resident to that number, and you will be able to receive text alerts from the city. You'll also see we have a QR code, and you can use the QR code as well to get yourself connected to the text alerts. Remember, as I said, we're not storing information. It's simply an opportunity for us to get you information. We sell nothing on there. There's no advertisers. It's simply City Hall speaking to you, the residents, about things that are going on in the city, whether it is the tornado watch that we had yesterday, or it's road repaving, or it's social events, concerts down in the downtown business district, or our Food Truck Thursday events, and anything else that's happening. In fact, the arrival of Nick Willenda and the events of that day were also all part of a text alert to residents. So it's our opportunity to keep you informed. Again, it's 716-FALLS-23, 325-5723, 716-325-5723. This past Thursday, we had some additional guests at our Food Truck Thursday. Representatives from the office of Congressman Brian Higgins were there holding a Congress on the Corner event to provide information about what's going on in the Congressman's office, and especially those things that are pertinent to Niagara Falls as well as to the Western New York area. He is our voice in Washington, D.C., and I'm sure that his representatives who were present yesterday will provide whatever information they receive from you directly to the Congressman. I'm sure yesterday was a well-attended event with our two fabulous food trucks, and of course Tedesco Knows Best providing entertainment. I'm sure it was a well-attended event, and I'd like to thank Congressman Higgins and his staff for making sure that they attend to our concerns here in the city of Niagara Falls, and we also welcome them back again anytime that they're available. This Sunday, we will be celebrating a significant day in our country's history. We will be celebrating Juneteenth. June 19th marks the date when all people who were enslaved here in the United States received information of their freedom. President Lincoln had given the Emancipation Proclamation in January of 1863 that enslaved people were now free. However, the country being as vast as it was at that time, and with the level of communication not being as it is today, it was not until June 19th, 1865, that certain areas of our then new country, a little more, almost 100 years old, but more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, people all across our country finally learned that they were free. There will be several Juneteenth events taking place all throughout Niagara Falls, whether it is at our Underground Railroad Center, but also all throughout the community. There's a parade on Sunday afternoon, and around 3 o'clock, we will be raising the Juneteenth flag here in front of City Hall where it will fly. I also like to remind everyone that Sunday is also Father's Day. It's an opportunity for us to take a moment and recognize fathers and father figures in our community. You know, a father doesn't necessarily have to be a person's biological dad. Many people perform that emotional support that fathers characteristically, historically, are known for. So take a moment. You know, we all think of fathers obviously as men, but it can be anyone who extends the hand in time to help raise a child, put forth a good example, and love their children unconditionally. So take the time to celebrate with your father or with those who represent to you as a father figure on Sunday. It's a special time for families. So we expect a good weekend. Again, we've been blessed with some pretty good weather over the weekend, and I expect that people will be out and about. Please be safe on our streets. If you're going to attend an event on Sunday for Juneteenth, or if you're gathering together for events for Father's Day, be safe, be careful, and again, until I get to speak with you again next week, enjoy the weekend.